All right, so getting into the Jeep, we got to take the radio out, and in order to do that, we got to pretty much take this entire dash off, and we're going to start up here and clear the ducts out. There's a screw for this little section here, and then you got to pop this off. There's a screw in there, and then there's a couple more down here in this panel, and then this actually will come pretty much out once you get this screw. But it's this screw in here, and then 4 around this lower area. Then this entire dash part will come out, and then there's another 4 screws in there, and they are all, what makes it handy, 7mm. So I'll get to getting on that, and then once we get this stuff all undone and get to the good part, we'll catch you back up. All right, later. Okay, so I got these down here under the steering wheel, and you want to undo the steering wheel tilt mechanism so you can get to the bolt or the screw area, and it just makes it easier so you can manipulate that around. So now some of you are like, well, how in the heck are you going to get to the screw back there? Well, you're going to take this little tool here, and you kind of, or you can use a real thin screwdriver, but you just kind of gently go in here, and you'll gently, very gently, I am not actually putting much, I am barely twisting my wrist. So just to let you know, you can snap this, or this plastic part up here. Those blemishers are just superficial though. Then you pull this out, and there's actually a connector that you got to disconnect back there, and then pull this all out. And then that bolt, or the screw rather, is underneath here in there. So I'm gonna get that tidied up, and then we can take this fascia dash off, and then I'll show you where the screws are for the radio. And then we're going to pull the radio out, and there's just a rat's nest of wire. I'll show you, you'll see, it's absolutely ridiculous, but it's really because there's no space behind. This is a very, very skinny dash, so there's really not a whole lot of space. And your vents, take up your vent ducting in behind takes up a lot of space, so it's just a mangled mess of wires back there. I'll show you. And there's a little blue box that is what controls the steering wheel controls for the audio, and they're actually on the back side. They're actually on the back side of the steering wheel. So on this side is channel up and down, and on this side is volume up and down on this side. So there's a blue box that controls, provides the source power for that, and just basically it's a matter of resetting that blue box. This is a pain in the butt, but at the end of the day, you do it enough. Now I did get this Pioneer at Best Buy, so it is a lifetime warranty because they installed it. So I'm gonna just do this to see if I can get it to stay. If I continue having issues with it, I'll just yank it out, take it back to Best Buy, and actually just have them install a new one. So definitely buyer beware. I know a lot of folks that they put their own radios in. Hell, I did when I was younger too. Just go buy it, put it in yourself. That's great, but just know that with these newer ones that do the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and all that stuff, and then you can connect a backup camera, all this newfangled stuff. There's a lot of circuitry and things of that nature to it. So just giving you a heads up, you may want to, instead of just buying it and putting it in yourself, or at least have them install it initially, and then from there, that way you at least know if you have any issues, you may be able to resolve them yourself like I do, but at least you'll have that warranty to replace the dang thing if it just doesn't work at all anymore. So I'm going to do a fix see if it takes. If it doesn't, then at the end of the day, I just call Best Buy back, take it back. So let me get this this fascia off, and we'll get to the getting. All right, so got all the bolts or nut screws, whatever the hell you want to call them, off. So this just slides right out, and then you're going to see what I'm talking about. This looks like a scene from the Terminator before he gets smashed in a heavy-duty presser machine. Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of wire. So what I was talking about is this blue box right here. Let me get that out. Let me get that mangled. Yeah. All right. So there is I was trying to get it. There we go. I got it released. So like I said, it's shoved in there pretty good. I mean, I almost used a hammer to get them in there, but I figured that probably would not be a good idea. So what we're going to do is, there is a light that you can normally see through here, a red flashing light that lets you know it's on, and as you see, it is not. So typically what you can do is just unplug this. Sorry. Here, let me set this down. Usually it's not that bad. I've done it before. All right, let me try the other hand. I may not be able to get it with just one hand, but anyway, let me do this. Okay, so I pulled that connector out, plugged it back in, and then this fuse, inline fuse, you also want to take out and then plug it back in. So we're going to do that.